All right, so I just want to take a minute to explain the political campaign brochure/flyer project. So you can either make a brochure or a flyer. It says, for this project, you will pretend you're campaigning for President of the United States. You will choose several issues to take a stand on for your campaign. Imagine these as your guiding talking points as you progress through your campaign. You must become experts on those points as if you were to present them at a campaign rally. So we're talking about campaigns at this point in our unit. So essentially what you're going to do is pretend like you're running for office, you're campaigning. So you have to have some campaign points. What are going to be your main points in your campaign? So your task is to research 5 hot button issues and form an opinion with data and evidence. You can use procon.org to find information. So some examples would include education, healthcare, the death penalty. So I've opened up procon.org here, and I've just recommended this site for your research because it's a really quick and easy place to find a lot of information about a lot of different issues. So as you look through this, you can see that you can follow all kinds of different links on different issues that you might want to use. It says create a brochure or a flyer. Okay, so you can create a brochure that's like a trifold, or if that's something you're not quite so tech savvy with, you can also create a flyer, just so long as it includes all of the same information, to present your facts or stance as if you were running for office. So include information on each of the 5 issues you researched, as well as pictures. So maybe you've seen some campaign flyers or campaign brochures in the past, even on the local level, local elections. You will see that the candidate has a little bit of information about themselves, but they also have information on where they stand on certain issues. So that's what you're doing here. You're picking those issues and you're either creating a brochure or a flyer. So you can either use Google Docs or Google Slides, but if you use Google Slides, the final project needs to be either a brochure or a flyer. You are not, and I repeat, you are not creating a Google Slides presentation. Okay, if you turn in a Google Slides presentation, I will return it to you because that is not what this project is. So I've also put a note here. You can select any of these issues. So if you go to procon.org, any issue, okay, is on the table, but all opinions need to be expressed in an informed way using evidence, and your project needs to be 3RT. So it needs to be very respectful. So as we've kind of discussed in class, sometimes certain topics can be really controversial. And if you want to use those topics, that's fine, but there needs to be evidence, okay? It needs to be informed. So this is a 3RT project. You are being respectful. All right, so here is the rubric showing you how the points are broken down, okay, as far as grading. And I've also included a couple of videos that explain how to make a brochure using Google Docs. Okay, so if you want to watch one of these videos, it will explain how to do that task in Google Docs, set up your brochure or your trifold, and how to edit in all of your information. Okay, so both of those videos are helpful there. If you're wanting to use Google Slides, and this is what I would recommend if you were maybe making a flyer, you can change the page layout. So you would go to File and then Page Setup. You're going to go to Custom, and then you are going to do 8.5 by 11. And you can see how that creates the flyer. Okay, and from there you can add in your text boxes, your images, whatever else you need. Okay, so that would be my recommendation if you're making the flyer. If you're doing the brochure, I would recommend watching the videos, okay, and using Google Docs. So if you have any questions on this project, please let me know.